Welcome back to our Super Nintendo World Grand Opening Special, in which we're going to do some Sega Genesis games. We're going to do a total of 4. The first one is Jeopardy. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's have a good game. Hi, Tiger.
This is Jeopardy!
Let's have a fun game. Today we have Jeff and Bob, all guys today. Here we go. Dollar figures are in place, and we're ready to see the categories for Jeopardy.
Here are the categories.
New Orleans, awards, 6-letter words, Old Testament, famous quotes, and the last category is Dance Fever, okay? I'm going to leave the categories as they are and start with awards for 100. Though his leading actors were a mouse and a duck, this producer won more Oscars than anyone. Who is Walt Disney?
You are correct.
Let's take award for 200, please. The most decorated soldier of World War II, he later decorated the B movie screen. Who is, Audie Murphy?
You are correct.
Let's take awards for 300, please. Gaylord Perry was the only pitcher to win this award in both major leagues. What's the Cy Young Award?
You are correct.
We'll take awards for 400. Mystery writers named their award for this early author of the Erie. Who is Edgar Allan Poe?
You are correct.
We'll take awards for 500. Germany's highest military honor, or ring maneuver in gymnastics. What is the Iron Cross?
You are correct.
That's $1,500 right there. We ran the entire category. Let's take Dance Fever 100. When you swing your partner in do-si-do. What is square dancing?
You are correct.
That is right. Dance Fever for 200. 60 Spud Crusher. What's the mashed potato?
You are correct.
We'll take Dance Fever for 300, please. Travolta and Deborah winged their way around Mickey Gillies doing this. What is the Texas two-step?
You are correct.
Dance Fever for 400. In 1990, this hot Brazilian dance had pelvises gyrating all over America. What is the lambada?
You are correct.
Dance Fever for 500. The original version of this dance hit #1 two different times, in 1960 and 1962. What is the twist?
You are correct.
Now we have $3,000. Okay. I would like to have famous quotes for 100, please. According to Reader's Digest, it's the best medicine. What is laughter?
You are correct.
Laughter is the best medicine. Famous quotes for 2. Alexander Pope said it springs eternal in the human breast. What is hope?
You are correct.
Famous quotes for 3. Stuffy British monarch who said, when she saw herself imitated, we are not amused. Who's Queen Victoria?
You are correct.
Famous quotes for 400. In Trees, he claimed that poems are made by fools like me. Who's Joyce Kilmer?
You are correct.
Famous quotes for 500. This is the 4th. Ask this Virginia patriot just before dying on July 4th, 1826. Who's Thomas Jefferson?
You are correct.
$4,500. We've ran 3 categories so far. New Orleans 100. Fat Tuesday festivities. What's Mardi Gras?
You are correct.
New Orleans 200. A section of this city called Algiers is located on the west bank of this river. What is the Mississippi?
You are correct.
New Orleans for 300, please. Brand of jazz played by Al Hurt and Pete Fountain. What is Dixieland?
You are correct.
That's fine. New Orleans 400. Stadium where the Saints go marching in. What is the Superdome? 8 o'clock is fine. That's fine.
You are correct.
New Orleans for 500. The French Quarter's coffee, made with this root, is bitter but smooth. What is chicory?
You are correct.
Read that category. That's 4 in a row. The Old Testament for 100. As a baby, he went sailing down the Nile on a basket boat. Who is Moses?
You are correct.
The Old Testament for 200. Milton described him as eyeless in Gaza. Ooh. This one I don't know. I'm not going to try.
You are correct.
Oh, Samson. Okay. That's okay. Shake it off. In order to stop a storm at sea, he told the sailors to throw him overboard. Oh, Jonah. I was thinking
You are
him,
correct.
but I didn't think he was right. But it's okay. It's okay. Check it off. Because he asked God for wisdom and not wealth, he got both. Who is Solomon?
You are correct.
Old Testament for 500. The only two women whose names are on the books of the Old Testament. Who are Ruth and Esther.
You are correct.
$7,000 right now. All that's left are 6-letter words. We know the Daily Double's in this category. Sleek black cat or sleek British car, no matter what the color. What's a Jaguar?
You are correct.
200. Most cats will do this upon most mice. What is pounce?
You are correct.
300. Got the Daily Double. I'm going to bet it all. A large Indian crocodile or a large Central Park thug. What is a mugger?
You are correct.
$14,600. Let's keep going. Gone by it again, or a fancy name for a meal. What is repast?
You are correct.
Last clue. Texans call this city the Big D. What is Dallas? So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $15,500 in cash.
You are correct.
Jeff is $300. Bob is $200. We're going to go ahead and get ready to start playing round number 2, which is better known to everyone as
Double Jeopardy.
I'll play that round right now. 2 Daily Doubles up there somewhere.
Here are the categories.
Game shows. I like that one a lot. Law. Anatomy. Geography. Desserts. And finally, poetry. Okay. These categories could work out in my favor. We'll find out soon. I'll take anatomy for 200. Teeth too smart to make their appearance until age 18 to 20. What are wisdom teeth?
You are correct.
We'll take anatomy for 400, please. A boxer's punch to these bean-shaped twin organs can be deadly. What are the kidneys?
You are correct.
Anatomy for 600. Metatarsal bones are found in this. What is the foot?
You are correct.
Anatomy for 800. Organ that filters and stores blood. Malicious people vent theirs. What's a spleen?
You are correct.
Anatomy for 1,000. This muscle's name translates to largest buttock in English. What is the gluteus maximus?
You are correct.
$18,500. A lot of money. Let's take a look and do desserts for 200. A thick crusted deep dish pie or a shoemaker. What is a cobbler?
You are correct.
Desserts for 400. Fruit and shredded coconut dessert that's fit for the gods. What is ambrosia?
You are correct.
Desserts for 600. Mediterranean pastry layered with phyllo dough, nuts, and honey. What is baklava?
You are correct.
Desserts for 800. French for perfect, it's customarily served in a tall, thin glass. What's a parfait? That's going to put me over $20,000. A lot of money.
You are correct.
Desserts for 1,000. Not insignificant to the English, it's sponge cake filled with jam and soaked with wine. What is a trifle?
You are correct.
Wow. Game shows 200. Some departing Jeopardy contestants have received this San Francisco treat. What is rice-a-roni?
You are correct.
Game shows for 400. Game in which toss-up questions were thrown to campus combatants by Alan Levin. What is College Bowl?
You are correct.
Game shows for 600. Just Ben had 7 keys in one of these, while Split Second had 1 key in 5 of these. What is a car?
You are correct.
Game shows for 800. It's the #1 show in the history of syndication. What is Wheel of Fortune?
You are correct.
Game shows for 1,000. If Bueller the Buzzer beat the contestant to the truth, he then had to pay this. What was the consequence?
Sorry?
Oh, that's wrong! Nope.
Sorry?
Minus 800. Oh, consequences!
You are correct.
Oh, I had to make it plural. That's why they wouldn't accept it. But that's okay. We have 3 categories left. We're going to geography for 200. Located in Alaska, it's North America's highest point. What is Mount McKinley?
You are correct.
Geography for 400. Got one of the 2 daily doubles, and I'm going to bet it all. put me over $45,000 if I get this right on this clue. It's across the Danube from Pest. What is Buda?
You are correct.
$45,400. Let's take geography for 6. The other daily double. I'm gonna bet it all again. Okay. For over $90,000. New Zealand, Midway, and Hawaii are all part of this many islands group. What is Polynesia?
You are correct.
$90,800. The Netherlands, Belgium, and this country make up the Benelux Economic Union. What is Luxembourg?
You are correct.
Geography for 1,000. Abu Dhabi and Dubai are 2 of the 7 states that make up this Middle Eastern Federation. What are the United Arab Emirates?
You are correct.
$92,600. Let's take law for 200. A second prosecution for the same offense or the second round of this game. What is double jeopardy? As I continue piling up the cash.
You are correct.
Law for 400. It's measured in degrees, all of which are deadly. What is murder?
You are correct.
Law for 6. An amendment is to the Constitution, as this is to a will. What is a codicil?
You are correct.
Correct. Law for 800. To avoid litigation, this type of insurance or divorce avoids affixing blame. What is no fault?
You are correct.
And I'll take law for 1,000. While a summons asks nicely, this demands your appearance in court. What is a subpoena?
You are correct.
Okay. I would like to go with poetry for 200. 3-letter Sandberg weather phenomenon that comes in on little cat feet. What is fog?
You are correct.
400. New England swinger of Birches who read his poetry for JFK's inauguration was Robert Frost.
You are correct.
600. Great Scott who wrote the poem Auld Lang Syne. Who is Robert Burns?
You are correct.
800. Poetic device illustrated by a peck of pickled peppers. What is alliteration?
are correct.
Last clue. He said his poem Kubla Khan was inspired by a dream. Who was Rudyard Kipling?
Sorry.
Nope. So I'm going to end up with $96,600 at the end of the double Jeopardy round. But it's still a substantial amount of money, so... Oh, it is Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
You are correct.
So Bob just barely made it for Final Jeopardy. He has $200, Jeff $1,300, and me almost 100 grand in cash. We're gonna play Final Jeopardy. The category is folk songs. I'm gonna wager just $3,400 just to be safe. In Clementine, this numerical phrase describes the minor.
You know the correct response?
49er, so I know I'm gonna end up with $100,000. Alright. And I'm going to see you all for another game right after this commercial break. We'll be back.